Owusu dia or then the parties or dia oma ton. Oma catch as Airtel. Oma ton $1 $1. And yes, I'm catch yes, Ghana government Airtel 1 Ghana. Assets ni bibi bia no ton 1 Ghana. Yetiana Ursula because as now. The news now, and I'm not going to go too deep. There be a car some chama, Ursula Kotana Sempa, and your Busano, Airtel Wansem. Say what ton and answer on ton.
And how about the Airtel and Tigo? And where are we now with that? Because I mean, him say, Aba intervening in that, no?
They're hanging in there.
But government expressed interest, say, you may take you over that company, no?
No.
In what's happening with them?
Oh, that's not going about time, yeah, dear.
Near drew stage be in the negotiation. And I because say, that issue came, say, a ton for just $1, I can't growing concern and all of that. Where are we now? And the question,
they are operating as a going concern. That one is a good. They're looking at alternatives to refinance the company into Owusu. Abai Anton Airtel Emma Obia. Abai Anton Airtel. Indianos Matisen and Williams say Aton Airtel fine was Yanton. They've entered into a joint venture partnership
with Tigo.
No. With a UK firm.
Okay.
Hanan Investments. They've entered into a joint venture partnership. And no interest yaton company. Nature say it's Airtel 80.
Yes.
80 ewo ho. Ena wakwa hwehwe partner on any be adwuma bi ewo omodwuma kuo ni, which is also allowed. Because I buy you nisika or the baby share modumani. Tomorrow, monja kwaya mobefa soa. Mubenya sika ediaye modumani.
Yes.
So they've entered into that partnership, joint venture partnership, and you seal. To Miss Ramo, and I'm can say a tone and so soon say and toy. Our joint venture partnership, no. Eddie partner, no Eddie Sika baby share company. More equipment, here for fro.
Yes.
More. I was almost year in Shishaya Babuana, Omodumano Susu Edim. Need 4G, here. Nina, significant investment, I was say, Omuye. So, literally, sa joint venture partner, Ebebua Ama Omo Aye, San Shishay Nina, name mum, and common ye conditions precedent the Bema sa joint venture partnership, aye effective. Omu ye.
Okay.
Until say a baby, and it means me see me book and cassette, almost no one, a way in Shishay, into that saying, no more best a Jumano. I say. Indeed, that is where they are currently.
And that is workers are Airtel workers are 80 now, still have their job.
They are still working. What to say you be a one? One person or Muja Jumani, or Mojako. One person or Muja Juma, no more to one down wired. Marco is the other one say, Omo Ayed, will be one network, Neswa, network, no, Ufra and Kwana. It's still a good, they are still working. AT exists, it's serving its subscribers, but it is looking to grow its subscriber base. It needs to revamp its equipment and introduce new ones. It's sort of
the kind of speculative journalism in Ghana. You bring the communications minister to your studio. You don't do any research, nothing. When you ask her questions like these, you create window for her to say nonsense and walk. Because you see, some questions are factual questions and they need factual answers. Utie obi questions obusa ma amena. Hey, inti Airtel ni I say Airtel 80. You the journalist sitting there, you look stupid. You look very stupid. Because then what it means is say, what journalists now what to know? You have not even searched for anything. You don't have answers to anything. And to the woman sitting there no will assume automatically say you are also naive. It is a nipana on the 80 no. Because you, the journalist, it is your responsibility to let the person at home know, say, busa ne questions are pay. Why ye a jumebia? What was research? Emma, question now busa, because we all at home, we cannot ask the questions. It is only a question out to in the Airtel no now was wait Jimmy. And that is my problem with these fools. When they say they are doing production for shows, when they say I'm going to call this person to come on my show, what research do you do before you call these people to come on your show? And the OB strategy and they say MP before you use the OB. I'll come to this story. Oko Western region, Oko a Sikadon Katen. And I'll tell you about that. Mami Wewe. Kwasi adi omudi journalist ni Ghana no. Now, Omubusa Ursula. Remember this interview of Bochrewe. It was on the 21st of February 2024. A few February. And Ursula Owusu kachire say, "Eya 80 Airtel na and the yatona ni dindi 80 no. AirtelTigo na yatono and the omudindi 80. Omo ewo joint venture partnership with a company friend Hanan Ventures. My team, we have dug Hanan Ventures. It does not exist. That company, Ursula say, a year 80, any more joint venture, no. That Hanan Ventures, it does not exist anywhere. You can go and do your personal research on Hanan Ventures. The person behind it, the stakeholders, the shareholders, the CEOs, you will not get anybody. The Hanan Ventures. You there, I'm not the only person who have access to Google or whatever, or the way of research. Go and search for that Hanan Ventures now. Ursula Eka say any 80 echo into partnership or what they call joint venture to basically rebuild a year 80 again. No, Monko Busa says a company in a wing. Now, and you're not and me buy it, me be DB. Now, on say Okasano, or see the partnership, no, our partners no will invest. Will at the end of the day invest in the equipment, the human resource. So it means that they are bringing something on board. Because I would tell Airtel, $1. It means Airtel, when there is a joint venture between any another company, that company too needs to bring on board some money to start running it. It is a PDS. Sir, Airtel, as someone actually, are the same as PDS. Now, they have created companies to come and do a joint venture with Airtel that belongs to the Ghana government. Now, what is going to happen? And they say later, no, that company will end up buying Airtel. But what is going to happen? And they say the cost Airtel be in Kiono, that company will not take the costs. Meaning, now create a company to come and do a joint venture with Airtel and as 80, no, they will only be taking revenue, but the cost that comes with it, no, they will not be responsible for the cost. But I mean, a simple amount. And as we speak today, Ursula Owusu 80 na ya Ghana dia mene wo dia na almost a ton $1 no, what ton 80 no, and this company 80 I me catch them say Ursula Owusu a ton no, or ton November way. Now let's look at this. You see this document. It's a report that is out, but maybe I make sure contract to be. 80 Ghana staff assets to be transferred to PPL Net Ghana. Almost could be a new company, be a friend PPL. Greek ni bro ni bi na da no. Omo na ende, omo take over 80. So as we speak today, 80 no enya Ghana for dia. Remember, Ursula Owusu said, Omuto 80 no $1. Suddenly, November 11th, and Ursula Owusu signed a new contract with a company on friend PPL Net Ghana. A Ghanaian company, Omudi Greek ni bi atwa no, but be inside the deal no, a Ursula modia. Right now, almost a company we na ebe take over the running of 80. Technically, assets, you can say assets, company asset, and say, everyone say this company, cocoa processing company, more different processing plants, more estates, more shares, more no maybe a company ni dimu, ni nano, transfer 80 equipment, human resource, bibiano into the name of this company called PPL. Meaning, a company nankasa de ade bi ama company ni dimu a ejina ne naso e my friend 80 no saa de ni nyina no Ursula Owusu November ya wa transfer no to a company called PPL Net Ghana. Meaning, saa company no, every single revenue that comes out of the assets of the company no, every single thing, every the company assets, and you see a big company machine, say make it $10 an hour. You saw a 84 computer bia, they make it $20 an hour. Every money goes to this PPL. But you know the funny thing? In the contract, you know, the company now almost say bane 80 years, man. The revenue part in Kwana at the end of the day they get. But when it comes to the asset, making sure that the asset incur any data, and not there, it is not their job. Say 84 assets make losses. That one there, PPL for no, they have nothing to do with it. But the assets, no, when the assets are making revenue, PPL for no, it goes to them. Technically, it goes to them. It goes to Aslan in the group now. We are shareholders, invincible shareholders in PPL. Now, so already the contract between a year PPL no and a year Ghana government. Now, this is the contract. You read some part of it. This is what it says. The man behind the PPL no, Onye, is a Greek man. He's married to some Ghanaian lady. Is another thing. Or how Papa we sa Joshua Blue no, this man. He is the so-called owner of PPL. Or no, ena edimu, ejinem, ediama eye aslamo se omuna 80 no yediamomo. This is a purely NPP company. Ayomodia a PDS no format ni bianom diamamo. Special purpose vehicle. SPV ni bianom diamamo. Now, my main contract in the womb. This is what's in the contract. We read the contract now. This is what it says. Some part of it. This is what it says. So we read the free top or say we write to inform you that from the 1st November 2024, the agreement shall be novated to PPL Net Ghana Limited. So that from 1st November 2024, PPL Net Ghana Limited shall be bound by the terms of the agreement in place of Airtel Ghana Limited. PPL Net Ghana Limited expressly assume all rights and obligations of Airtel Ghana Limited under the agreement from the effective date. Now, baby, I did read that marking on share the except that Airtel Ghana shall remain responsible for any liability accrued under the agreement before the effective date. What they want to tell them is say, when they sign the agreement, the PPL for no, they have nothing to do with it. But revenue and as the PPL na MPP for a company now they will basically make money out of it. Now, so about the second paragraph, let's make it easy because we have things to talk about. I'll say, please note that your October 2024 bills should still be paid to Airtel Ghana Limited. Now, the second one says, starting from the effective date, 1st November 2024, you will receive a bill for service from PPL Net Ghana Limited, and you shall pay bill amount to the new entity account detailed attached. So right now, no, they have changed all the documentation, the account where payments should go into technically, they have taken over the PPL, no, they have taken over Airtel all the way from the 1st of November. So as we speak, 80, it is being given, and it has been given to PPL. 80 payment we are making to 80, it is not going to 80, it is going to PPL, which belongs to Aslan MPP4. AirtelTigo now done again at 80, Waton ama a company they have created a friend PPL. Anything I can just say, Jai Sket and Blouse, now they are dangerous crowd as same way. So over Asiawa. The last red line now. Also, you do not need to sign a new contract with PPL Net Ghana by continuing to use the service you accept. The novation of the service agreement to the new entity. It's basically, they flipped it. They flipped it like this and they said, AT is now PPL. So they don't need to even do any detailing. It's basically flipping the coin and changing the bottom or the back. So it is basically they just flipped it. But baby because I don't want this to take all our time. Ahana Emma assembly dangerous pano. On some catch say a year PPL for no right now on 80 if we change your accounts. All monies will be moved into a year PPL for an account. You see the account the PPL Omuyuzi, Consolidated Bank of Ghana. Today in the history of Ghana, Consolidated Bank and the most fraudulent bank in Ghana. As we speak, the Bank of Ghana tells us to say because they are so much involved, the bank is involved in so much the online fraud in it. Right now, Ghana, the Consolidated Bank Ghana, no, the Bank of Ghana, it has seized them. They've been seized from conducting any online transaction. Money transaction. Things like, online money transaction. Bank of Ghana, Akachom said they should hold on because Omo detective said the company, the Consolidated Bank of Ghana, no, now, do you know why 80 are using a Consolidated Bank? Also, reselling me, say a Consolidated Bank, they're about to sell it. Now, they want to create an impression to the people who want to buy it. They say the Consolidated Bank is a banker that basically it has a multi-million-dollar companies, even government companies that run the accounts through there. Now, when you purchase this bank is making so much money because a company like PPL, which is technically 80, Ursula, PPL can make about $10 million in a month through a payment or service charges. It means so purchases our bank now. A bank, the amount of interest you make, it is high. These are things they do. Then the investors who want to buy the banks will be like, okay, this bank is in good standings because I'm a better bank. That's a bank, at the end of the day, our international companies that invest and as a save through there. It means the bank at the end of the month, their turnover is good because they use big money. They transact big money. And every money that passes through a bank, it leaves some kind of banking charges. Into the Consolidated Bank, and then as I say, about the Ghana Fraud Bank. That is why they use Consolidated Bank for these kind of things. So they are washing the criminal money through Consolidated Bank. And when the fraud money never, because from the past I have shown you a document. I just say they are in the process of selling Consolidated Bank. Asla betina sempa ka kire say 80 and as AirtelTigo omunton ye omunye bibia but can where be it's the conversation is still ongoing. November and Oton Bank no. In this episode, how they are doing this, and I'm not going to spend time on this. We'll post this on our website, on our page. This is the map. There are a few questions you can ask, and my team did a very thorough work on this. Now, Osha, what became of the 150 million investment the government was pursuing with Hanan Investment to recapitalize AT Ghana? Okay, say AirtelTigo. Omuka say omune a company called Hanan. Omako joint venture. Omuka say Hanan had $150 million eba to come and recapitalize to make sure some of the Sasi can have a share a year the AirtelTigo Adani 80 to let it stand on its feet again to work effectively. Okay. So we are asking a simple question. Say Hanan company na Ursula Ekan was say they are coming to have a joint venture with 80. What happened to the $150 million? No, somebody no. PDS. Boka say PDS. Omuka say PDS was coming to invest $500 million. Also, Saskanamba. This is what they are doing to you. Now, Mame Sanchiro, follow the diagram. Because per what Ursula said, Ewa Sempano, say Hanan company now money AirtelTigo Eco joint venture no. If they actually brought the $150 million, why are we now today offloading this company and saying say PPL for NG? It means the Hanan company came in and used the AT or AirtelTigo investment, to their benefit. They made their money and nothing. They took their money away. Now, Oma Dane 80, and I said Tigo, AirtelTigo, no, they have turned into a prostitution joint. Every person can come in and fuck it and go away. Into my circle, Daniel Mwako BBF and PPL, they are back. Now, that was the first question. Into in the middle of the diagram, you can see, say, there's Airtel Ghana. Now, allegedly bought for $1. And a better than the bank government of Ghana, the yellow one, no? You get it. The same AirtelTigo. Now, it is PPL Net Ghana, meaning government of Ghana and so shares womb. Into PPL Limited Ghana and the government of Ghana and are combining. Now the question is, who is AGL Group? One question. That's the first question we are asking. The second question is, who is buying PPL Net Ghana? Who is buying it? The third question is, who is Leo Scalatos, the white man I'm the Mono? And what is his role in this transaction? Is he just a CEO for PPL or Airtel Ghana, or he has other interests in this transaction? Now, the fourth question is, what is the current value of PPL Net Ghana? We need to know, because the PPL Ghana now, right now, they are doing a joint venture with them. No? How much money did they bring? What is their value? They also came with nothing. This PPL now, they didn't come with any money. They have created a PDS form of deal. They are also going to come in and do the joint partnership. It says to be a PDS and ECG joint venture. No? These PPL people too are coming to have a joint venture with Ghana. And at the end of the day, they will make money through the government of Ghana in the name of joint venture. Into the question is, if we have handed over PPL, this asset to PPL, the question is, what is their value? What do they bring on board? Sikabe no mo de buy. Owusu is taking billions from you people. Or your Kronfo. Now, when you go down there, you see 80 Ghana. Now, the assets we are talking about, Airtel Ghana, no. Now, Airtel now, change any 80 Ghana, not assets, no. Assets, no, saying at what cost? Because the question is, transfer of assets and workers, at what cost? What is the value of the assets transferred to PPL Net Ghana? The third question is, where are the financial statements of 80 Ghana for the public analysis? Because 80, remember, belongs to you and I. And the rules on the laws of the land show say they need to come out with a public document for us to know every year how much it made and how much loss it made. Into where is the public document to show us, yet the financial statement, 80, and I say, AirtelTigo 80, how much they made or how much they lost. Now, say, when you take it from the PPL Net, now the bad down one, notice to customers for all new revenue to go to PPL Net Ghana. Remember, right now, say only a year PPL and not 80 edi ejumebia sikano eco PPL ho. Any transaction ejumebia only 80 and not AirtelTigo bedibia na eco PPL ho. That means so check PDS omo no omoto a credit for omo meter ni nyina na sa sikano ko PDS ho. We study at the same format. PDS at a point now your top credit say you did good your prepaid meter so na enko ECG ho na ekọ hian ho na ekọ PDS ho and until date you busa PDS say omo be eso ebe sa joint venture with ECG no how much money did they collect as ECG sika also based in the omo country. This is the same format Ursula is using into 80 do way a PDS. So you now understand. It is what's not Ghana. Now we are skirt and blouse. When they are not supposed to come to Parliament, you need to give everything to the NDC. Give a year Parliament to the NDC. NDC needs to have 182, at least 182 parliamentary seats. Because these things they are doing. So one NDC for Parliament, I am telling you. You need to vote John Mahama and vote for the NDC parliamentary candidate. That is the only way. And that's Ursula so first way the free. Yen to me because after your market kwasiampe you know oba begina parliament tietiem. I have 47 MPs on first and Timu Nyabeka say yeah because omo de Ghana shikre and form because the only money free SHS. Eduane media inform ho, asase a yese inform ho, economy na say inform ho, nipa ewu inform ho, enkora ye mabo eduane boni wo school inform ho. Ghana yensi hospital inform ho, omo de free SHS. Enti ye ne Ghana fo na yaka de ye yusu adwene a enkwasiafo kakra bi be say ye nyina ye life.
What up, my people? I go by the name T-Rhyme, aka the stylish rapper, aka Conscious, aka Fire, aka what I say, BBB. You watching Davcadotv. Keep it locked. Don't go nowhere.